And I do. I'm not complaining. I'm just saying my life's a little bit different. When I started doing stand-up comedy, I was a single guy. I was like, one day I'm going to do arenas and theaters like Robin Williams. Then I met my wife. We fell in love. We got married. We bought a house. We had a dog. We had a kid. I'm like, I want to be a good man and provide for my family. Now I stand before you guys. I'm about to have my 4th kid. I got 3 dogs. I have a house I can't afford. And I'm like, I just want to own one thing that's not wet, broken, or sticky. I am a happy man, though. I'm not saying my life's easy. I'm just saying I'm a happy guy. I'm happy with my place in life. I met a beautiful woman who fell in love with me. By her choice, we had a Batman-themed wedding. And I don't mean I wore a Batman shirt underneath my tuxedo. I dressed up like the real Batman for our wedding. So she dressed up like Batgirl. My best man dressed up like Robin. I mean the 1966 Burt Ward Robin with the tight green Speedo shorts that went all the way up his thighs. And yeah, it looked hot. I was just pissed off because he did not ask to borrow those. I would have washed them, you know. It's my best man, you know. We decorated the reception hall with the Bams and Pows like the old Adam West TV series, and we even got a Batmobile for us to ride off at the end of the night. It shot fire. I'll show anybody pictures. The only part of my Batman wedding I did not like was the part where my parents got murdered in an alley. But it's what my wife wanted. It was her special day, and happy wife, happy life. That's what my dad used to say. Used to, because murder. Most of you got that right away. Good job, smart. Yeah, my wife's also a comic book nerd. I'm a bit nerdier than my wife, though. I'm a huge fan of professional wrestling. And I thought she was too, because for the first year and a half that we dated, every Monday night she watched WWE Monday Night Raw with me. I'm like, this is awesome. I found a girl that likes wrestling. I didn't think these exist. After a year and a half, she's like, this is the dumbest shit I've ever watched. And I felt bad. You know, she was doing something she didn't want to do, but I knew what the right thing to do was. And I gave my wife the remote control. And you just saw she had the most beautiful, happy smile on her face. And she pointed the remote at the television. But before she could turn the channel, I hit her in the back with a chair. And I was like, clearly you have not been paying attention to wrestling at all this year and a half. You should have saw us coming a mile away. She didn't see a flying elbow off the couch either, and I pinned her. I still walk around the house like a Macho Man Randy Savage. I'm like, you weren't thinking, Elizabeth. And she hates that because her name's not Elizabeth, but my ex-girlfriend is. Exactly. If she paid attention to wrestling, she would have got that reference. I am a lucky man. I am a lucky man. Shortly after we got married, my brother and I got arrested for fighting in public. She bailed us out. You gotta love somebody to do something like that, right? And I wish I could tell you guys, me and my brother, we went out to a bar, we started some trouble, we're trying to be these tough guys, when in reality, we're at a Dungeons and Dragons tournament that got completely out of control. I wish I was making that part up. Now, if you're like me, if you get arrested in this day and age, this is what happens. You get arrested, you're taken downtown, you're put in a holding cell. After you simmer down, police officer escorts you from a holding cell to the telephone for your constitutional phone call. The officer will hand you the receiver in your hand. If you're anything like me, you will look at the telephone at the police station and realize you have no idea what anybody's phone number is anymore. And that's a big deal. The officer looks at me like I'm stupid. He goes, how do you not know a single phone number? I'm like, officer, I haven't had a phone number in like 10 years. No one has their house phone anymore. I know 2 phone numbers by heart. Mine and 911. Which sucks because we're both here. And neither of us are helping me, right? So I'll tell you a little bit more about that evening. I'm not going to bore you with the details about Dungeons and Dragons. Everything I tell you about that night, you'll kind of get a gist what the game's about. So me and my brother, when we play D&D, we have our own outfits that we're wearing. Okay, we have our own special game night outfits. And if you get arrested in a small town like we did, if you're fully clothed, they're not going to give you one of those orange jumpsuits. They're going to let you wear what you were wearing that night when you got in trouble. Some of you see where this might go. And you're also going to share the jail cell with other people who got arrested. And that night there's a gentleman who's about 6'5", 250 pounds of jack muscle. He had on jean shorts, a white beater, a bald head, and a tattoo on his head. and he's looking at me and my brother as we are donned in our cloaks and our capes. And this guy's like, what the hell happened to you? And my brother said, a wizard poisoned my dragon. I hit him in the head with a battle axe. And that guy did not screw with us for the rest of the night. So